Hello, YouTube. It's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day The Last Resort Season 3, Episode 13, One Last Fantasy. So we're just going to get on into it and get on out because this episode was just a filler. This recap is literally only going to be a couple minutes, you guys. There is just no point to dissect everything that went down in this episode because I don't really care about sex therapy. I'm sorry, I just don't. I don't. I don't like what they shown. I don't believe in the BDSM that they did with Dr. Tara. Like, okay, making Cement bark like a dog. Jenny and Cement making Cement bark like a dog. Karen Gamma slapping each other like on the rear end. Patrick and Thais is commanding each other, and Russ and Powell like just didn't get it. Now, there's a couple things I do want to point out doing that. I want to point out with Russ and Powell when they were doing their little role play. Like Powell likes Russ being a little bit like domineering a little bit, and like the play was like Powell, the role play was Powell had just like kissed another person or danced with another person, and Russ has to be mad about it and punish her for it. And so they do that, and Russ was like, you danced with another guy, and then Powell was just like, oh, it was just my gay friend, and he was like, I don't care, gay or straight, you gonna be dancing with me? And she was like, can I dance with a girl? And he was like, no, you dance with me. And then Dr. Tara asked Powell, have you ever been in that scenario with a woman? And Powell revealed that she actually has kissed another girl 7 years ago while her and Russ are still married. And Russ didn't know that. And so Russ feels some type of way because that was a secret that he kept. Now Powell kept on playing it off like it was nothing, saying, "Oh, I don't. It's nothing. Like it don't mean nothing." By the way, I've kissed another girl in front of you before. You didn't say nothing, and everything. So like what's the problem? But Russ just feels like betrayed because he said that if this was me, if I kissed anybody, that'll be cheating. You're done. It's over. Infidelity. That's it. And I agree with them, but I agree to an extent. But because I do know, and because Dr. Tara even said this, a lot of girls, not all, a lot of girls, even straight girls, they do sometimes like just when they get drunk, like will kiss another girl, just eat her on the cheek, like love you, babe, or something like that, and everything. So I don't think Russ should think too much about it. Now, if that became a habit and everything, but I don't think it's so much of that. But I just feel like the fact that she kept that a secret and stuff, and I think they're going to argue more about it on next week's episode. So that was that. Next, I want to talk about Sarper and Shekinah's scene just briefly. Their scene, which is we see Shekinah, she has like a whole set of wigs, and she likes to wear different kind of wigs for different occasions. She revealed one of her wigs is start getting in trouble wig where everything pops off and stuff. She pulled Sarper over to try to put on one of her wigs and make Sarper look like a Fabio and everything. And they just talked about like what they're going through. Like Shekinah just feels like she's not being heard, and this and that, and like she feels like she says Sarper is difficult, but Sarper says like you're difficult as well. Like like you're saying that I'm difficult, but you're difficult, and you have this like battle going on with yourself and everything. Um, on Between the Sheets, they revealed that like one of the main reasons why Sarper and Shekinah are there is because Sarper likes to use Shekinah in their marriage and his stand-up comedy acts all the time and everything. So like she feels in some type of way. On Between the Sheets, Shekinah said that, like whenever she's at his shows and he talks about her, people will be looking at her like, she find this funny. And she'll laugh it off at the show, but then she'll get mad at him afterwards. And so just so the people, so she can have a good time and stuff and everything. And for once, I agree with Shekinah. I think Sarper does go a little bit overboard with his marital problems and his stand-up comedy acts. So I will side with Shekinah just on that one for this season. And so So yeah, that's just their internal battle. The other couple I want to talk is who also didn't go to sex therapy was Rebecca and Ziad. So they actually had a meeting with Dr. Persia, and Dr. and Rebecca and Ziad are still fighting over the when Ziad said he wants a real wife type thing. And Rebecca revealed in this episode that she found out a couple years ago that she still has some eggs that have a baby. And her and Zia do want to have a kid, wanted to have a kid and stuff. And but it's against his religion to do a fraternity to go to do surrogacy or whatever and everything. So I know so a lot of the problems they kind of got emotional just thinking about it and stuff. Like Rebecca started crying, Dr. Persia had to go calm her down. But like Zia still tried to explain to himself that like, that he wants to still be with Rebecca, but he wants Rebecca to like, be a little bit nicer, be less controlling and just nicer and stuff. And I said this the other day in on my Married at First Sight recap, like just be nice to your partners. That's all that they want. Just be nice. When you start being nice to your partners and stuff, then your marriage will get better. I mean, and it's not hard. Now everybody needs to quit doing some shady stuff behind the scenes, but just relax. Everybody just needs to chill. Just be nice to your partners and stuff. So yeah. So they broke down with that. Like Zia said, like he still wants a real wife. Like he wants like Rebecca to like just spend more time with him after she's done with work and stuff. Like, and cook and stuff and everything. That Rebecca said that like she knows like what she got herself into when she got with a Islamic man and everything, because in Ziad's culture, that's when their wives like basically did the cooking and the cleaning and spending the time and stuff and everything. She refuses to be that, which is fine. She doesn't have to be, but he just wants her just to be a little bit nicer and just be a little bit more there and quit acting like the private investigator and be in the private investigator mode, because she said millions of times in this episode that she's well, not in this episode, a million times before that she used to be a private investigator. I'm kind of tired of hearing her say that. So yeah, that was that. Then like after sex therapy, the couples returned back to the castle. Dr. Terrace just said they only have one homework to do, and that's just make love. We've seen Kara and Guillermo like have a scene where like, they were he was in the room and they actually started kissing. I don't know, it wasn't revealed on Between the Sheets whether they gone all the way. Maybe we'll find that out next week if they made love, because we all know Guillermo is not attracted to Kara anymore. He's not attracted at all, but I'm surprised that he even did this little bit of homework and stuff and everything. Kara kept on like putting her butt out and everything, and I'm just like, okay, Kara, that's enough. For real, that's enough. And stuff. So what else on Between the Sheets? Back to the Russ and Powell thing. Thais have said that a night that the whole on one of their days off, that okay, Patrick and Thais, Karen, Guillermo, and Russ and Powell went out, and Patrick revealed a secret that he had a threesome. And he was explaining to the group how great it was with two girls. Thais didn't know anything about it, and like she laughed it off in public, but when they got home, they got into a big argument about that, and and things spiraled. Now, I mean that's whatever. Now, rumor has it with Patrick and Thais, there's been a lot of stuff going on around surrounding their divorce and stuff and everything. I guess like Patrick's attorney is saying that Thais cheated and might have even pulled out a knife on him one time. Thais's people are saying that didn't happen, that Patrick's this and that. It's just going a lot with their divorce case right now. So I'm curious to know like how that plays out. I rooted so hard for Patrick and Thais. Like even here on The Last Resort, they're like the second best couple behind Jenny and Submit, like trying to work it out. It's just sad that their relationship has just and their marriage has just fallen to this, from Thais's arrest to the divorce, to the divorce filing. It's sad, and I love them as a couple and stuff, but I just hate how it turned, how all of it turned out, and how crazy it's been. It's like this is actually getting up there with the messiest divorce in 90-day history, I feel like. So we'll see how that all plays out. That was basically it, guys. I told you this video was not going to be long. Like I said, I did not care too much about the sex therapy, sex dungeon stuff, the BDSM. Did not care for it whatsoever. I'm covering this episode because I already know my other content creator colleagues are probably not going to do this episode. So I wanted to hold the fort down for them, just give y'all a little short video because, like I said, this is it. This is all I'm doing for this episode. I'm sorry, guys, and this is not a long video, but it is what it is. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please check that if you are subscribed, because YouTube has been doing a big purge. I've been seeing a subscriber, then unsubscribe, a subscriber, then unsubscribe. So check that if you are subscribed, because yeah, YouTube is playing around. And yes, but to all of my new subscribers, thank you so much for joining this channel. If you guys enjoyed my content, if you did, please like, send this video to your friends, tell them this is to subscribe. And yeah, I'll be back on Thursday to recap Married at First Sight. So until then, y'all stay safe and have a good one. Love you guys. Bye.